What's up guys, it's Katie and I just saw Aladdin. So if you've been following my channel, you know I have been looking forward to the live action Aladdin ever since they announced it. Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie. So guys, I am so excited to review this movie for you guys, but don't worry, I'm not gonna give away any spoilers. I'm not that person. I don't like to spoil things for other people, so don't worry about any spoilers. Okay, so there were definitely things I loved about this movie, and then there were some things that I was like, bummer. It wasn't a perfect movie, but I have to say it was filled with so much fun and magic and color. So let's start off with the things that I really liked about it. The first thing that stands out in my mind is just the production of it was stunning. The set pieces, the costumes, the production value in general was just absolutely beautiful. I liked seeing Agrabah come to life in a live action way. I think it could have even been a little bit bigger. I know that sounds crazy. I think that this world, the kingdom, felt a little bit small for some reason, but still the production of it and everything from like the art department and the costuming and the makeup and all of that I just thought was absolutely stunning. They decided to go with really vibrant, bright colors, which I really liked. I thought Naomi Scott as Jasmine was the perfect casting. I thought she was such a phenomenal Jasmine. She's got a beautiful singing voice, and I'm so happy that they cast a Jasmine that could sing. Don't cast actors that can't sing for musicals. That drives me crazy. So that's why I was really happy with Naomi Scott's portrayal of Jasmine, because they did a really good job of updating the story a little bit and making her a little bit more modern, and I really enjoyed that. She truly brought to life all of the spunkiness and curiosity and adventurous side that the animated Jasmine already had, but she amped it up and made it feel so real. And she was a character that I think completely stole the movie, completely stands out on her own. Like, they almost should have named this movie Jasmine because of just how cool she is. And they did add music in this film, and I have to say that it is so good. Princess Jasmine's new song in this movie is so good. It is a show-stopping song. It feels very much like the Let It Go moment from Frozen, but she just really rocked it, and I love the song. I love the addition. It felt like a very modern addition, but I think that they did an okay job with taking the music and amping it to feeling a little bit more modern to fit the singing styles of some of the actors. I do have to say, unfortunately, Aladdin fell a little flat for me. I thought he looked like Aladdin, and I thought that there were moments that I was like, yeah, he's Aladdin, but then there were so many moments that I was like, he's just felt a little flat to me. And parts of the movie, even though it's such a colorful and all the music is so energetic and lively, I felt like at times a lot of the cast were lacking energy. And I really don't know if that was a director's choice. So at times the acting just kind of felt like it was lacking energy, which was so strange because Aladdin, the animated movie, had so much energy. So that was something that I was just a little bit like, wait, wow, that's really odd. I think it was just because maybe there were some miscastings in this movie, and so maybe a different actor would bring a different thing. But again, you don't really know. It could have been a director or a producer or whoever saying this is what we want. So, you know, you can't really blame the actors for that. So let's talk a little bit about Jafar, because Jafar has always been my favorite Disney villain of all time. He's the best. He was so terrifying and frightening as a kid for me, and I really wanted that in this live action film. I really wanted to see and expand upon this evil Jafar. And I felt like I kind of feel like this part may have been a little miscast. I kind of wanted someone slightly older and more stoic. There's something about the animated Jafar that made him terrifying. Not only was he just an evil dude, but the way he walked, the way he talked, everything kind of embodied like this very snake-like energy, which is very fitting for Jafar. But in the live action, I just don't feel like that Jafar scared me. Like, I didn't feel like there was a really big threat to anyone in this film, because the Jafar just didn't didn't scare me. I didn't find him scary. I didn't find his motivations to be that compelling. And, you know, I don't know if it's just I love Jafar from the animated movie, which is totally fine, but I just think that Jafar in this live action could have been so much scarier and evil and actually posed like a real threat. At no point did I ever think that anyone was going to be in danger. And also I think that's the hard thing about doing a live action remake of an animated movie, is because we all know how it ends, and you know, they're not going to change it up that much. So we know what's going to happen, but it's kind of the journey along the way that I wanted expanded because I love the animated Aladdin. And one thing I found so crazy is when you go back and you watch the animated Aladdin, it's very rushed. I mean, not even rushed, but like so many things are happening in this animated movie. It's like, what, a 90-minute animated movie? And so many things happen. The scenes are very short, but they never feel like they were rushed. And I think that's why I always wanted a live action Aladdin, because the scenes were short, that I was like, ooh, I want more. I want to know more about this scene. This 30-second little scene can be 3 to 5 minutes now on the big screen. And unfortunately, the live action Aladdin felt more rushed than the animated Aladdin. And I was like, how? There's so much more time for you to explore things. And it felt very rushed. They made a little bit of a change in, or just kind of condensed things in the beginning. So it really does take about 20 to 30 minutes to find yourself really in the world, which was a bummer because I wanted to be in that world from the moment that first song played, or from the moment the movie even started. So for me, I do think that that was just a little bit of a bummer, because I just kind of expected this, I don't know, I think I expected it to have a little bit of a slower pace to be able to kind of dive deeper into these characters and for them to have more moments with each other. But, you know, this movie just felt so fast. It was like from one thing to the next. In my opinion, I think the movie could have been longer. I don't even know how long the live action remake was, but it felt like it could have been longer to give us more time. Okay, so let's talk about the music. A lot of people are having issues with Will Smith as the genie, and I get it. I totally get it. I mean, no one is ever going to be Robin Williams, and it's so unfortunate that he couldn't be the one in this movie, but he couldn't. So we had to accept someone else as the genie. I thought Will Smith was a good choice because he has his own, you know, style that he can bring to the genie, and I thought he did a really good job with that. You know, Robin Williams was really good at impressions, and that's what he brought to the genie. So Will Smith is really great at, you know, the Fresh Prince persona and hip hop, and so I think he really did a good job of bringing what makes him stand out to the genie. I thought that when you keep that in mind, you won't find yourself disappointed because, you know, it's a different take. It has to be. Because honestly, how disappointed would we all be if they hired someone to be the genie who went in there and just did Robin Williams? Like, it would feel like we were ripped off and just not right anyway. So they had to go a different direction, which I'm totally fine with. Will Smith had some really, really, really great moments. And then there were some other moments that, like Aladdin, felt like a lack of energy, which was so strange. So it was kind of like a little non-cohesive in a character for Aladdin and for the genie. But like I said, the genie's got some fun moments. I think a lot of the music video portions of the movie could have been even bigger. But overall, you know, I had a big smile on my face throughout the songs. Jasmine really steals the show. I think A Whole New World could have been a little bit better. I don't want to get into specific things, but there are just moments from the animated movie that they do replicate in this movie. And then there are some that you know as iconic from the animated movie that they don't do in the live action. And it's like, oh, okay, this is a little different. Jasmine in this film honestly stole it for me. I thought she was so great, and she's so strong and powerful in this movie. And I think that was a really great enhancement from the Jasmine that we already knew to be strong and powerful. And so it was kind of nice to see that translate. I just wish that, you know, we could have amped up Aladdin a bit more. I wanted him to have a bigger personality. I wanted him to to really embody that charismatic Aladdin that we all know and love from the animated classic. And, you know, I think that there could have been some moments where the genie could have also taken just like a Red Bull. So overall, was this movie my perfect live action remake of Aladdin? No, unfortunately it wasn't. It had so many good moments and so many funny moments and magical feeling moments. And then there were some things that I was like, ah, I just wish the villain could have been scarier, and I wish the threat could have been bigger. And you know, I wish some of the music video portions were done a little bit differently. There was some stylistic choices in this movie that I feel were very, you know, Guy Ritchie wanted to do it this way. And I think that, you know, maybe that could be one of the things that I'm not necessarily vibing with, is maybe his style of directing. But overall, guys, this movie is so fun. It has such funny moments. I do think it's very geared toward kids. But overall, like I said, I had a huge smile on my face, and there are some really, really, really cool moments, and, you know, you definitely get that feeling of the animated Aladdin. And then you kind of get some new stuff, which I liked. I liked the additions. All the stuff that they added to it I thought was great. It was just kind of the renditions of the animated classic that I feel fell a little bit flat. It's almost impossible to review a live action version of an animated movie because there's always going to be something, whether it's nostalgia or bias, like there's always going to be something that you sit there and you're like, you know, either you love it wholeheartedly or you hate it wholeheartedly. And I'm not that person. I'm not gonna be a person that's like, this was terrible and ruined my childhood, because no, it didn't. I'd go see this movie again. I'm probably gonna go see this movie again in theaters because it's fun and it's magical. And if you have kids, you have to take them to see this because they will love it. My review is purely coming from just, I've waited my whole life to see this movie become a live action film. And there are just things that I didn't love, but it didn't outweigh the good stuff. So if you're on the fence about this movie, I say definitely go see it because you want to see it on that big screen. Just the production value and the production element of it, and hearing the music in a loud movie theater. If you have a chance to see it in Dolby, do that, because the sound in Dolby will be so perfect for this film. You definitely want to see it in theaters. And overall, I loved it. I really, really liked it. So I would recommend you see it, not just because Aladdin's my favorite Disney movie of all time, but, you know, I do think that they did a good job with this. Was it perfect? No, but fun and magical, and I had a huge smile on my face throughout the whole movie, and I think that that's what's the most important thing. So those are just my thoughts. You know, everyone has their own thoughts about the Disney remakes. I mean, some people loved other remakes that I was like, this is garbage. Not gonna say which one. And then there are some that I absolutely love and other people don't like. And I really want to know your thoughts on the film, so if you've seen it, let me know in the comments below, and then also let me know which live action remake are you looking forward to the most that's coming out from Disney. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos, and to catch up on more Disney related content, you can click right on up here, and I'll see you guys soon.